Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode in our 12-part series where we share with you a very important skill, which is using the MLS feature of your free account on our Reload to Baja website, reloadtobaja.com. So that said, we've already done the first two episodes, which was for one for under $100,000, where we discovered that currently there are only five listings under $100,000 between La Paz and San Jose del Cabo. There's nothing in Cabo San Lucas or on the Pacific side. And we did the $100,000 to $200,000 episode, which we had to split up into two separate episodes because there's over 160 total listings between that price range. We discovered that there's about 40 within the $100,000 to $150,000 price range, and 120 plus within the $150,000 to $200,000 price range. So clearly, we're seeing a trend that as we go higher in value, there are definitely more. So if you are looking for the under $200,000 price range, there's about less than 170 total listings under the $200,000 price range. So keep that in mind. There's not a lot of inventory that is across all areas within the Los Cabos MLS. One of the main questions that we continue to get over the many years now is, will I find something that I love within my budget? So we hope to help you answer that question through this series. We're discovering that this is a series that we're likely going to repeat month in and month out over the course of a 4-week rotation. We'll be able to do a total of 12 different episodes with $100,000 increments until we reach 1 million. And then we will do two final episodes of 1.5 million or less and $2 million or less. All right. And that will be something that we'll do every single month from now on. In addition to new lives where we'll be going over the hot sheet, this is something that we'll do likely every day. So please stay tuned. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, and share this with your partner, with your spouse, with your loved ones, those that are interested in knowing more about the real estate market here in Baja California South or Baja California Sur, or as I like to call it, the Baja Sur. That said, let's get started. Grab your cup of coffee and let me share my screen with you guys. So the first thing we want to get done is go to reloadtobaja.com. If you don't already have an account, please feel confident by going to the property search. Please feel confident to simply share your information with me. It will not be shared with anybody else. It's exclusively for me to reach out to you. Again, all it asks for is your name, your email address, your cell phone number, and for you to create a password. If you're already a member of reloadtobaja.com, it will simply ask you to log in with your login and your password, which will be your email and the password that you created. So here we are now. Again, we just went straight to MLS search, property search. This is a general property search, as you can see right here. And there are some curated areas already on the website. So if you want to just go straight to those, that's up to you. But again, I like to use this specific feature because, I don't know, I like to play around with it and have a little bit more, if you would, control. I don't want to miss anything is the reality of it. So again, Baja California Sur will cover the entire state within the Los Cabos MLS Association. All of these areas are right here. And we're looking at any price. Well, actually, today we're going to focus on the $200,001 because we did already look at the specific $200,000 or less. And we're going to put this up to $300,000. Now, I suspect, based on the trend that we've been seeing, that there's going to be quite a bit of properties with these parameters. So we're likely going to have to do some adjustments here. And that's great because it'll give me a chance, 361 results, you see that? It'll give me a chance to show you how to refine this. So the first thing we're going to do, well, of course, you see the property type is house and condos. We're looking at those. You can search for other types of properties. Is we're going to go to this more right here. And, you know, this is probably the first time we're using, or the second time we're using this feature, which is view description. I strongly recommend that you very much keep all of these fields untouched. And the reason why is because not all agents are the same when it comes to listing their properties. Some are more detail oriented than others. And if we are very detail oriented in our search parameters, we're likely to miss some properties that don't have that much detail. So, yes, it means that you will have to hand filter some of these, right? But you'll be rest assured in knowing that you left no stone unturned, right? So make sure that you do that. In this example, however, because we have 360 plus, we're going to add the ocean as far as the view description is concerned. We're going to add ocean. You know, you're not going to come all this way to not go all the way and get that view, right? So we're going to put that in there, and this dropped it down to 156 total results. It's currently sorted from high to low. So let's see if we can find at least one within every $20,000, right? That really kind of catches our eye. Now, again, this covers from Loreto all the way down to the Los Cabos area, which is the southernmost tip of the Baja, and from the Pacific side over to the Sea of Cortez. Now, for whatever reason, it's not showing anything here in the Loreto area or even the San Juanico area, known as Scorpion Bay. But as you see, as I kind of zero in on this area, a couple did pop up, right? So this is one way to kind of zero in and get, look at that. We got a total of 3 different properties here, one in the Scorpion Bay area and 2 over in Loreto. So we haven't had a chance to really talk very much about that. Let's take a look at this. This will be one of those that we look at. That's in the 245 range. So that's perfect. Actually, there we go. 20. This is perfect here as well. 80. So we got a couple in Loreto. We'll continue to go down. Here, Loreto, San Juanico area. We got a couple here in La Paz and on the Pacific side. So let's take a look at these very quickly. This is interesting. It's already popping up San Jose del Cabo here, even though it's not per se on the map. Which one is this? Look at that. Let's take a look at this one. This is an area we really haven't discussed yet, so I'm quite curious about that one. Let's take a look at these 3 very quickly. Let's take a look at this one. Actually, if you guys don't mind, we'll look at more than 5 today. Okay, let's see how long that takes us to do. Because this area that I just clicked on is the La Ventana El Sargento area. And I don't believe we've talked about these before. We've already touched on the La Paz area. This is just maybe about 45 minutes to an hour outside of La Paz, this section right here. Remember, La Paz is the capital to the Baja California South state, the state of the Baja Sur, and it's easy to get there. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of flights that go there directly. You might have to make connecting flights, which is why a lot of folks land in San Jose del Cabo and then they'll drive up. So if you are choosing to find a flight to the San Jose airport and drive all the way up here, expect about a 3-hour drive to get here at most. I think you could probably do it for a little bit less than that. Let's take a look at this one. This is right at the $200,000 price range. It's a fractional, interesting, a fractional over on the Pacific side. And already we've got quite a few here listed, on our screen. And I'm interested on, let's go back up here. What happened there? I'm interested on these right here. And, you know, I'm looking at these properties that are outside of the Los Cabos area on purpose. I want to see what else we can find here. That's a 219, 235. We may have looked at these before. I'm not exactly sure. I know we've looked at that one. But let's pop these up. Oh, look at these. Now, this is over by Cabo Pulmo. Cabo Pulmo area and the East Cape. And I don't believe we've really talked very much about that area yet. So let's look at these. We got one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine properties. I'll try to go through all of these as quickly as possible for you. I think that's quite a bit. You know, when I go on tour with you, we usually pick your top five properties. We go from I'll pick you up at 9 o'clock in the morning wherever you're staying with the first property at 9:30, and then from there we'll look at about one property every 40 odd minutes. That includes travel time between properties. So I believe it's best to never look at more than five properties at a time. That makes it a lot easier. We're usually done by around 12:30, 1 o'clock, depending on how long we take, and then we can go sit down somewhere, have a beer and some tacos, and discuss the day's experience. All right, so let's go over these. So the first thing we want to do is check out the map, and we're going to go to hybrid map because that'll help me see exactly where we are at. Now this looks kind of rural, and it's important to know that the East Cape area. Oh, I went camping the other day. About I think it was about right, actually a little farther south. I think it might have been about right here. Yeah, right here is where I was camping, and we walked all of this stretch all the way to get to these dunes. These dunes are amazing right here, like sugary powder type dunes that you could just enjoy beautifully. The water here is phenomenal, and like I said, we were camping about right over here, right where my hand is located. So this area here, you're completely living off grid. Your water is local water from local wells that are from farmers that have the rights to these wells, and water trucks will bring you water to your property. So the use of an in-ground cistern is very common here. You're more than likely off grid as well when it comes to electricity. And so, of course, you'll have some sort of septic as in addition to that. So very, very much 100% self-contained, self-sufficient property is what you're looking at right here. And you're just a little south of the Cabo Pulmo National Park, which is in this area here. Okay, there you go. So with that said, let's take a look at this. Now, if you're driving from San Jose del Cabo in the international airport, it'll likely take you about an hour and a half to get here. It is all a dirt road. Some very short sections of it are paved at the moment, and eventually it will get paved. But that eventually is a time that no one could really tell you when that will be. All right, let's take a look at this. So you've got a wall already up. There's a single construction there. It's a one bedroom, one bath, 730 square feet for $229,000. It looks like that's natural stone, or it could be a man made composite, but it looks pretty, right? Some modern touches to it, some good carpentry, it looks like. And this is your view, I believe, from the rooftop patio area. You can see that the stairs right there that'll lead you up there. So it's a good start. I mean, let's take a look at how big this lot is. That's about all the pictures that they have for us, it seems. So let's take a look a little bit more at the details on this listing. On a large lot with room for expansion, which is more than likely the case, okay, the home is serviced with potable water, and the community center has pickleball, bocce ball, a pottery studio, and washrooms. So it looks like you're part of an HOA, 100%. You're going to pay a yearly fee for a monthly fee for that. If not, you can pay it up front yearly, of course. The AC square footage, it says 484 square feet, which is kind of contrary to what they say over here. This is likely including, by the way, and this is something for you to really notice, this is likely including the terrace space. Okay, so that means the outdoor terrace right here, as you can see, underneath this little awning, and the rooftop space as well, right? That's what that's really considering. And this is the actual under AC enclosed area space. So something to make note of. Again, water, common well, trucked in, septic, like we discussed a moment ago. And the lot size in acres is almost half an acre. Now that is about 2,000 square meters. Half an acre, that's a good size lot, frankly speaking. You can definitely make some additions to this property and eventually even use it for vacation rentals. I mean, this area is becoming more and more popular, but get in now. I mean, if these properties are selling for this price now, you can imagine what the equity will be over time. So, very, very nice area. And you'll actually discover that many of your neighbors in this area are millionaire properties, is what we're talking about here. Properties in the millions with some gorgeous views. So, you will not be alone out there, but you will definitely enjoy the rural environment. All right, let's go on to the next one. Again, on the East Cape, it looks like this is a little bit more. Let's go to the map, hit the hybrid. Oh, my dog is barking. You guys could probably hear my dog. How many of you guys have dogs out there? Make sure to hit the comment section. Let us know how much you love your dogs. My dog's gotten up there in age at this point and unfortunately is blind, but he still has all the spirit and energy that you can imagine. Although he seems to spend more of his days nowadays sleeping and eating and barking than he does anything else. So, yeah, let's take a look at these. So, where exactly are we? Okay, this is like in the heart of Cabo Pulmo. So the property we were just looking at a moment ago was located just about over here. As you can see, here's those iconic dunes that we were talking about earlier, and the property was located about right here. By the way, the beaches here are gorgeous. I mean, absolutely gorgeous. Swimmable beaches, great for fishing as well. If you wanted to pull in a little dinghy, not dinghy, but like a rubber boat, that you wanted to do some diving with or fishing with, you could definitely do that. Easy to do. All of these riverbeds are dry riverbeds and they're traversable, very easy. So, and this property is very much located in the heart of Cabo Pulmo, which is right about right here. So from here to about here, this is Cabo Pulmo itself. So let's take a good look at this property. Let's go up to details. And if there's anything, Pelican Palace is what it's called, is your chance to own a Tahitian-inspired retreat in the Cabo Pulmo Phase 1, just steps from the beach. So nestled in the Cabo Pulmo National Park, it is the perfect escape in one of the world's most vibrant marine ecosystems. If you are a diver, snorkeling, if you like to do that sort of stuff, this is it. I mean, 100%. And it looks like they're offering a turnkey short-term rental with a proven track record and amazing guest reviews. I mean, this is a nice little find, guys. I got to tell you, one bedroom, one full bath, 548 square feet, it looks like. Let's take a deeper look into this one. It has that Mexico charm, right? 100% palapa rooftops. You'd be surprised how resilient these palapa roofs are. They can withstand ridiculous storms and rain. It is quite amazing. Those little fibers in those palm leaves and wood is just amazing. Um, a little rustic, you got your little rooftop, tiny, nice. And it looks like you may be in a gated community or some sort of HOA because it looks like the fence runs this way and all of these they look the same. So you may be in a little HOA. Again, let's go back to this one picture I want to show you. Look at that. Look at how close you are to the water. Look at how beautiful that water is. Okay, just gorgeous. So if this is something your speed, let me know. Don't sleep on this one. Like we talked about earlier, there's just not that much inventory, and much less specifically in this area. All right. Any other things that we should know here? The total square meters, 548 square feet of AC space, fully furnished. You're cooking with gas. One-story private well. $330 HOA fee. All right, guys, let's move on to the next one. If you have any questions, please make sure to put those in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Share this with your family, with your friends, those that you might think that they might fall in love with something like this. And yes, they may be able to find something that they love within their budget. All right, so staying on the Sea of Cortez. Oops, got a little eager there. Let's go take a look at the map. Okay, so we were talking about the East Cape. Now we're a little further north. We've been looking at stuff just south of Cabo Pulmo, about right here, where we've looked at stuff inside of Cabo Pulmo. And now we're looking at things in the La Ribera area. Now, La Ribera is found about an hour or so north of San Jose del Cabo. And you can see Highway 1. This is a paved highway that is scheduled to be widened. Currently, it's one lane in one direction, each direction. However, they are looking to widen it in the same way that know Highway 19 to be a two-lane road in each direction with a little bit of a shoulder. So they're going to expand this one as well, and easy to get to. Currently, as the road sits, again, it's only about an hour's drive. When they widen it, it's going to make this destination a lot easier, a lot faster to get to. And La Ribera currently is growing. It is very much a small little sleepy town. And I mean, this is small, guys. This is very much it. However, one of the two Four Seasons inside of Los Cabos, or the Baja Sur area, is located here. And this is the Four Seasons Los Cabos at Costa Palmas, where they're building this amazing marina, kind of like over in Miami, where you can park your yacht or your boat right in front of your lot, your residential lot, kind of like this guy right here, right? That's what they're doing there. So it's quite sexy. It's still growing. Now is the time to get involved in La Ribera. Do not wait. Run. Do not walk. Make sure you get your piece of the pie now and enjoy the equity position that you are going to have over the next few years. This is a really great opportunity, guys. So, with that said, this looks like it is pre-construction, which again, 2 bedrooms, 2 bath, 235, 800, with 800 square feet or so of space. One of the things that I do for you is research the developer, make sure that they are going to be able to deliver. Right now, there are over 2,000, approximately 2,000 listings under $1 million. It's the first time ever actionable buyer's market. We have had the conditions for a buyer's market in the past, just after the 2008 market crash. However, it wasn't very actionable. No one was doing anything. This is the first time where you can take action. And about one half of that inventory is pre-construction inventory. So with that said, there's a lot of resale inventory as well. If you want something for immediate delivery, that is very possible. But there are some opportunities in the pre-sale market, as you can see here. But we need to make sure that we are dealing with a reputable developer that will deliver as they claim to, in the timely fashion that they claim to deliver, right? So bear with me. I am not afraid to tell you not to get involved with a developer. I'm not afraid to tell you what the possibilities are on the worst case scenarios. So if you ultimately choose to move forward with someone like that, I will not abandon you. I will stick by your side, but I will not be afraid to share with you what you need to know in order for you to make those decisions. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Bungalow Brisas del Pacifico, Pacific side. Again, let's go to the map. So now it looks like we are on the Pacific, and it looks like the Todos Santos area just north. So Todos Santos kind of gets divided into two parts. Let's just say right here, this is this little green belt right here where there's a bit of an oasis and whatnot. There's South Todos Santos and the north of Todos Santos. The north side of Todos Santos tends to have a lot more lots for construction on them, and obviously some homes for sale as well. A little bit more on the rural open side, whereas the south side of Todos Santos is definitely more the historic downtown area of Todos Santos. So it's definitely, the expansion is happening north and south, but one could argue it's definitely more north, and that is easily represented by what you see right here. All of this area here is what we would call the north side of Todos Santos, and here is the south, right? So let's go in and take a good look at this. Now, Todos Santos is located about 45 odd minutes north of Cabo San Lucas. So you are halfway in between La Paz and Cabo San Lucas. And what that means to you is that you can get within 1 hour, you can be on the Sea of Cortez, enjoying some amazing ecotourism experiences, some of the world's most beautiful beaches. Or you could head down south to Cabo San Lucas, enjoy some of the best billfish sport fishing in the world, more diving. If you're a surfer, you could either surf off of Pescadero, Cerritos, come down to Cabo San Lucas. Between Cabo and San Jose, there's at least 3 different surf breaks. So right off bat, right there, you got 5 different surf breaks right there. If you're into windsurfing, you can easily get to El Sargento and La Ventana as well. It's a great, great location in that respect. So let's take a look at this property. Let's go into the details here. And before we do, let's see here. Vacation from your own condominium style studio, Magic Town of Todos Santos. Yes, Todos Santos is considered a pueblo mágico, is what it's called here in Mexico, recognized for its history. I don't know if you're aware of this, but they used to produce a lot of sugarcane there. They were big sugarcane exporters in the town of Todos Santos, and they even had their own little tiny port right in an area called Punta Lobos, which is really cool. Okay, so let's take a look at this property. They don't really give us too much information, and I guess that's okay. We can always find out more. If you're interested, let us know in the comments below. It's cute, small, quaint. Kind of a modern feel to it. And now we're repeating pictures. So again, this one is specifically located, let's go back to the map, just as you pass that center line in Todos Santos, right here, you'll find yourself surrounded by lots of great little restaurants and cafes. And to go from here to the downtown Todos Santos area takes only about maybe 7 odd minutes, where the historic downtown area is at as well. And there's some really nice beaches here. So what can I tell you? Great place to check out. Todos Santos has a very hippie chic kind of feel to it. Check it out. Let me know if you have any questions about Todos Santos. How many of you guys have already been there? Let us know what you feel about Todos Santos. Is it a place you like? Is it a place you love? Tell us what you like about it. All right, let's move on to the next one. Okay, so now we're going to La Ventana El Sargento. And this is an area that Carla, my wife, and I really like. It's a place we enjoy going to so much. We go there regularly. If you check out our other videos on YouTube, you'll discover that we are there often. And we like coming out here way to this point right here where there's a little lighthouse. Okay. And it's got just beautiful beaches here. And here's what's interesting. This island here, okay, I think they call it Jacques Cousteau Island on this map. It's called Isla Cerralbo, is how we know it, but Jacques Cousteau Island. So this is actually the El Sargento La Ventana area, as it's named here on the map, is known for its winds that run from the north-south in the winter months. So starting later this year, right around November, all the way through, let's say, April, you're going to have these winds that bring tourists from all over the world for windsurfing, kite surfing type activities. Now, it is some very strong wind. However, it only lasts about 3 hours to 4 hours out of the day. It's almost like clockwork, approximately 10, 11 till about 2 to 3 in the afternoon, right around in there. So it's very, very nice in the morning, very, very nice in the afternoon. Great for windsurfing. And then in what one would call the off season, which they call it because there's a huge considerable drop in population by tourists and even locals. Some places close down during the off season, which is outside of the months I mentioned a moment ago. So really kind of like May through October-ish. it tends to be slower, and the winds then shift for west to east. Okay, and now you start to get this wind that comes out over here. So a lot of those folks that stay behind and are like avid, year-round wind and kite surfers, they're really doing that. They're enjoying the fact that they've got this wonderful wind all year round. Now, don't get me wrong. If you're into kite surfing and you live or you like the Los Barriles area a little bit better, you will still get those winds here. However, there's nothing like La Ventana El Sargento. It is considered the wind and kite surfing capital of the Baja South for a reason, right? So let's take a better look at this property here. So this is Club Cerralvo. Clearly, I mean, it has like a hotel resort environment, as you could tell. Some nice carpentry, natural stone countertops. Those are about 2 feet by 2 feet large tiles for the flooring. Just under 300 square feet. This is great for vacation rentals. This is great for you to use. I believe this one comes furnished, although it's kind of eclectic furniture there. That's my word for it. And we're repeating pictures, so not too many pictures. They didn't do too many pictures for us. 2 bedrooms, 2 full baths, 3,200 square foot condo. I'm sure they're counting the AC square footage is 1265 for a 2 bedroom, 2 bath. That's a fairly ample 2 bedroom, 2 bath, guys. I mean, nice size, furnished. Yes, there you go. Very close, beautiful views. It has a gym and a pool as far as common areas are concerned. So you got some nice amenities. They don't mention the HOA, but rest assured there is one. Okay, phenomenal. Again, love this place. That's just my opinion. Let me know if you have any specific questions about that one. Let's continue on to the next one. I think this one's in the same area. Let's go to the map. It is. Okay. So this one, however, is a little farther. Well, actually, not too far from it. I think the first one we looked at was about right here. And then this one's just a little farther north, headed into the El Sargento area, as you can see right here. I do have a client that's going to be building some custom homes, 3 of them in this area. So if any of you are interested on something like that, let me know. Okay. Let's get on with this one. Great. And you can see right here the location. This is the main road through town, and you're not too far. The beaches here are gorgeous. All of them are swimmable without a doubt. Okay, let's take a look at this. Now, these are renders. So, again, we're back to a pre construction property, and it shows that these are the views you're going to get. 2-story is what it looked like right there. 2 bedrooms, 3 bath, 1,300 square feet for 265 USD. And it looks like they have a variety of sizes: 4 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, lock off apartment, 2 bedroom, 2 bath, single apartment, 1 bedroom, 2 bath. Interesting. Surfboard washing area, gym area, jacuzzi, elevators, storage per unit, fire pit, outdoor kitchen, infinity pool. Those are their amenities there. They boast sustainability. Here are their floor plans. So you can find all of these things in your free account at reloadabaja.com. If you'd like a free consultation so we can go over your questions or concerns about owning in Mexico, we could talk about how you hold title, please let me know. Shoot me a message and we can schedule a brief Zoom appointment to go over all of your questions. Okay. And I want you to know, I'm very much aware that you just might be in the research stage of your journey, not knowing yet if you're going to go all the way and acquire a property. So that's okay. That's okay. So don't be shy. Have the confidence to reach out to me at any time for anything you feel I can help with. And let's take a look at this one. So this is another one, Pacific side. We're now back to the Pacific. Let's look at this hybrid map here. Okay, it looks like, oh, this is one really north. Okay, so El Centenario. Okay, so here we are. So this is just about 45 minutes to an hour from La Paz. As you can see, you're going from the Sea of Cortez to the Pacific side. This little stretch right here takes about an hour or so. Okay, not very long at all. Oops, I did not mean to do that. Let's go. Let's try to zoom in a little bit here. There are some, as you can see right here, there's some chutes, there's some streets, some roads here that just past here you would take, and they will bring you to this area. Okay, so yeah, only takes about an hour. Yes, there are little towns in here. You can't quite see it, but right about here. All right, so let's take a look at this. Now, this is very, very, very up and coming. I mean, it's still in the development stages. So if you're interested in really just, man, just I want something that is like future. And in the meantime, I feel like it's all mine, all mine, all mine. This could be right for you. It looks like whoever is selling this is selling a spec home, what they call a spec home, Conquista Agraria. That's the area that it is found in. Breathtaking view, 65 feet of pristine ocean line. This home, nearly finished beachfront home, offers 65 feet of pristine shoreline. So what they're trying to communicate here is this is an oceanfront property. Okay, with hurricane impact windows, sinks, tubs, tabs already on site, just waiting for installation. 11,000-liter cistern tank, water nearby, I'm sure, from local wells. Septic system is in place. Rare opportunity to customize your dream coastal retreat. What can I tell you? They're willing to deal in pesos. Pesos could be a very big opportunity for you as well to save some money. I did a video with a gentleman named George from Mex Edge, and Mex Edge is a company that will get you the best exchange rate, and then you can earn about another 5% on that over the time frame that you're about a year maximum. So let's say, if you got the exchange rate locked in at 20, by the time that 1 year you're getting a 21-to-1 exchange rate. And if you're dealing in pesos, you've locked it in. That's phenomenal. It hedges against changes in the exchange rate as well. It's rare that you lose on something like that, but it gives you the certainty and the confidence that you know what this is going to cost you. And negotiating in pesos is definitely a potential advantage. So we can discuss that a little bit further via a brief and private Zoom call. Let me know. Let's take a look at this again in a little bit more detail. These are all renders. As you can see, this is already primarily finished as far as the edification of the property itself. They're showing you some finishes. Who knows? You could probably negotiate price and just get it done on your own. We do have builders, contractors, people that can help you, and you can just take the project from here. But look at that. Look at that gorgeous thing. Those are some nice projections there on what it would look like. Because you're on the Pacific side, guys, the whale season here is amazing. And it looks like there seems to be some shallow waters here. Could even be good for surfing. Wow. Let me know if you would be interested in something like this. Would that turn you on? Or do you want to be in not so rural area? And the next one, 275 Loreto. Okay, wow. So now we're looking at a property that is in the original capital of all the Californias, Loreto. This is where that famous Camino Real, that royal road, where you would go from mission to mission on one day's horseback riding. This is where I think the original first vineyards were right here. I know that if you go just outside of Loreto to San Javier, you can find some of the olive trees there that the missionaries brought with them. There's a guy that does wine right there as well. Remember, the Spaniards are the ones that brought those wine, those grape sprouts, or grape, whatever you call them, grapevines, so that they can start doing that wine down here. And that's ultimately how it ended up in California, guys. So yeah, this is the start of the Camino Real in Loreto, and just to show you exactly where it's located. Okay, I lived in Loreto for almost a year, and it does have an international airport, which you can see right here. All right. This is like the newest section of Loreto, which is still yet to be developed. It has this main arroyo that kind of splits it, the south side from the north side. But this is the north side that was originally designed. The National Tourist Fund of Mexico really kind of left its mark here, wanting this to be the very first tourist zone in all of Baja California South. And you can kind of notice that by how these neighborhoods are designed. And you can see how these are all broken up really, really nice. And this is in the downtown area, very close to the church. All right. So this is where let me show you the church here, as if I can show you a little better. This is the original church right here. This is it right there. Okay. There's a great little plaza right here. This is all pedestrian. And there's a great museum that talks a lot about the history of the Jesuits and the Spaniards here. All of this is a walking area with great restaurants. This is the main road that kind of takes you to what's called the Malecon or the boardwalk. Okay, really nice. And this property is located right here. Oh my goodness, literally like a block away or less, if you would. I used to live right about here. Okay, this was where I lived, right there. And I would walk my dog, just bring him down this way, a couple blocks, and we would end up, yes, my current dog, Nico, the little pug, and we would just walk along the Malecon, the boardwalk all the time. Great food here. Can't complain. There's some really nice bars as well, but it's a very sleepy little town, guys. Very, very sleepy. So let's take a look at this. Oh, I remember this place. Look at that. That is nice. So clearly it's not furnished. It could be updated by you. But you're really what you're getting here is location, and I would say the construction. You could add on to this construction, make it a little larger, as this is already a two-story here. You could finish it off and make it expanded onto this way. It didn't really show that much of a lot as far as the land on it, but let's take a better look at this here and go into some of the details. But two bedrooms, two full baths, 1,546 square feet. It is one of the most desirable streets in Loreto. Cozy two-floor, well-maintained, two-bedroom, two-bathroom. Again, you're buying location primarily here. First floor garage, one bedroom and one bathroom. Second floor, bright and airy balcony, full kitchen, one bedroom, one bathroom, and a terrace. Opportunity to expand third floor, and I actually see you can expand the second floor. So you can go one floor higher, but you can just expand on the second floor as well. To the side, you could do that 100%. AC square footage. Does it show me the lot size? Where are you, Mr. Lot Size? AC square footage 1,546. No, it does not. Okay. Well, if this is something that tickles your fancy and you'd like to know a little bit more about this, let me know. This is in Loreto. All right. And now let's head across from Loreto over to the Pacific side. And in Puerto Lopez is what it looks like here, Comandu. Fun fact, there are a total of 5 municipalities in the Los Cabos area: Comandu, Loreto, La Paz, Los Cabos as well. And this one. So this is, I'm sorry, so this right here, see how it says 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4? You can kind of already see it. These waves, one, two, this is known for some of the longest waves in the world. This is known, San Juanico is known as Scorpion Bay. Okay, Scorpion Bay is what you're looking at right here. The Bahia of San Juanico, very, very tiny little town, super sleepy village, right? But if you're a surfer, I mean, talk about a wave that you can ride in from way over here and just ride it in all the way here. And they get long. I mean, long, long. So you can ride it in from here and go all the way across. I don't know. That's a long swimming back. But hey, if you're a surfer, you know more about that than I do. But this is what appeals to this destination. Let's take a look at about this here. Let's take a look here at the details. Beautiful beach home with a lovely garden, great view of the bay. Hey, well, simple, right? Not much more of a description, but there it is. Fence, wall, garden, kitchen nook, palapa, sitting area, storage area, terrace, one full bath. Number of fireplaces, one. Furnished, yes. 1,000 AC square feet. Okay. There you go. Let's take a look at this. And it has all the charm of what you'd expect to find in a small little sleepy village like this. Look at that little U-shaped kitchen. That cute little quaint entrance. Clearly single floor rooftop, but it looks like they have something on the second floor there. There's the view. You know, that day must have been a little bit overcast, but this is the bay itself right there. You can't quite tell from this image. You'll have to take my word for it. Is that a cow? Or a horse? Looks like they got some solar panels there. 245. Two beds, one bath. There you go, guys. Let me know if that's something that would interest you. If you have any questions more about that area. All right, guys. Well, that covers all of our properties for now. I think we did a fairly good job covering all of these. What was it? 300 odd total listings. Let me see if I can pull out a little more here. Um, we looked at quite a few different properties, almost 10. So thank you so much for joining us again today. If you have any questions, please write those down. Give us a chance to answer those for you. You could either send them to me in private or you could put them in the comments and we'll be more than happy to answer them for you there. Make sure to like, share, subscribe. As one of my favorite YouTube creators likes to say, it's free to subscribe. It's free. Subscribe. It's free. So that said, look forward to seeing you guys soon, and you guys have a wonderful day.